This is Dustin Megan here. We're going to talk about online dating because we're experts who got married online.
We're experts.
Quote unquote experts. We did get married online, and we want to share that experience.
Well, we didn't get married online, but we met online and got married.
That's a good clarification. It would be weird to get married online.
How
we
can you
met
get married
online. And a lot of Christians.
Is that a thing?
Is that what a thing?
Is getting married online a thing?
I don't know. Maybe
if it's a thing,
like
comment below. Tell us.
Yeah, tell us below. So a lot of people in church, Christians, are actually moving to online dating because they can't find single ladies or they can't find single men to pursue to get married.
Yeah, it used to be such a online dating.
And well, we were kind of like that after we met. We were kind of afraid or scared to tell people we met online.
Oh, I definitely was. You came out and told all my friends. Well, I wasn't there. So embarrassing. But I'm not embarrassed anymore. But
okay. So how was your experience online? I mean, you met a great guy, so it was awesome, right?
The outcome was awesome.
Yes, our outcome was awesome. But the process...
If I think about it, it went from like 0 to 100,
So fast.
So fast because I was not dating anybody before getting online.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's just like, all of these people that you're talking with and getting to know and trying to decide whether you're going to go forward or just going to stop it there. And it's a lot to process in the beginning. And then it slows down after, because when your picture shows up new, everybody...
It was, so on a guy's perspective, it was just as nerve-wracking DMing a lady or doing all that. And then it compresses the time. So instead of talking to one person and then getting the decline over a week or two, it's compressed to a day. You're rejected. And so you're going through this cycle of this joy of I'm talking to a new person and then it I'm rejected. And so the cycle of joy and rejection are just compressed in a matter of days.
Yeah.
And so you definitely need to be grounded going into it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Knowing who you are.
And not go in desperate, just go in.
Yeah.
Like you said, grounded, knowing who you are.
Even the idea of creating a profile, you're picking out these pictures and you feel like, will they like me? Will they judge me? And you're going through all these thoughts.
Tell them what your first name was that got rejected by Christian Mingle.
It was, no.
Tell our viewers.
No, I shouldn't. So I thought I thought about having the name I Could Be Your Future Boaz. Yeah, so that name fell through and then it was just Dustin.
Good, because I definitely didn't even respond to anybody with weirdo names like that.
Yeah, I almost had a weirdo name for the online
profile. So we almost didn't meet.
Yeah, because you would have totally passed that by. Just be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself.
Don't put on a front. Don't. Just create a profile that reflects you.
Yeah. I tried to pick out photos, some that they didn't span more than a year probably. But some with activities that I enjoyed and some with people that I love. And then just some of just casual, maybe with or without makeup, with long and with short hair.
I highly recommend you have a photo just yourself and also with groups, your community, your friends. There would be ladies that I would look at their profile and they'd be all with friends, each picture. And I don't know who I'm asking.
Which one is the girl?
To talk to.
That's a good
which
point.
One's the lady?
Which one?
So I think having a photo of you individually, but then in a group.
I also had a photo of me with Dawkins and one with William, and people mistook them as my kids.
Yeah.
Even though it says on my profile.
I totally said it in the note down below, nephew, niece. So online dating is just as sucky as it sounds.
But it definitely broadens your people that you can talk to.
Yeah. If you're wanting to meet people, online dating is awesome for that.
Well, what I liked about it was these people aren't on here just to become friends. Everyone has a goal to be on there, and that's to find somebody, and that's to date. And, not everybody has the right, maybe not right, I shouldn't use the word. Not everybody has the same idea about online dating. So just be aware about how you feel about it. Like going into it, for me, I'm trying to find somebody that I might marry.
Yeah.
And at the same time was talking to somebody who was just trying to find girls to just talk to. So you can't,
it's helpful, like, on your profile, if you clarify, like, why you're on there.
What's your intent?
Are you looking for? Like you said, it's awesome because everyone's on there trying to find a relationship. What kind of relationship, though, can be kind of ambiguous or across the board.
Right.
And you even had guys on, I think, Christian Mingle get on and ask for inappropriate things or just, no? Yeah? That face tells me, yeah.
It was after he already had my number, but.
Okay.
I think that was just a difference in, like.
Well, the point remains, just because you're on a Christian online dating site does not mean they have the same values, beliefs.
Absolutely.
You got to talk about that still.
Yeah, we have differing values.
Oh, big one. Are you willing to relocate? I had such a tough time looking at, am I going to check that button or am I not going to check it? Yeah, I was kind of stuck in this. I grew up in this town. This is where I want to live.
Yeah.
Would I be willing to relocate? And it feels like you're stepping out to, I'm like you're thinking about the future of, I'm going to marry this person and we're having this conversation. Is she going to move here or am I going to move there? And you're just playing through that mind. I almost clicked off of that.
Really?
And if I clicked off, I would have never met you.
Probably not, because I would look for, in their profile, things that I would look for. I look for drinking, because I don't drink.
Yeah. I don't either. I'm not.
How often they go to church, because that's on Christian Mingle. Denomination, which I wasn't stickler on which one, but at least I knew kind of their background.
Yeah.
And then also, were they willing to relocate? Because on mine, and I thought, well, I can't ask somebody else to relocate if I'm not willing.
Yeah.
So I put that I'm willing to, relocate. I'm willing to talk about it and think about it and pray about it, and was just hoping for the same thing in return.
And that's kind of where I arrived. I'm willing, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm trying to evaluate this question where I don't know the relationship I'm in, and maybe I value the person so much that I'm willing to relocate. And I was like, I think I could be there.
That's what I was, thinking. But
if there was like no relationship, nothing, I'm not willing to relocate today by any means.
Yeah.
But I'm open-handed when that question would come. What else was tough about online dating? Striking up a conversation.
Yeah.
Because you're sending these texts and you're trying to start a conversation. You don't know the person. There's so much tone you can't read through the text, and gosh, waiting for responses, and it will be okay. Dating's easier when you know your value as an individual.
Absolutely.
When you go in seeking for affirmation and validation and your identity from another person, that is a recipe for disaster right there. You got to know your value, your identity in Christ before you even start.
I felt like for me it was hard at times if I was having good conversations with multiple guys.
Okay.
Because I am not the kind of person who would ever date more than one guy at a time. But I still struggled with, like, okay, how do I, let this guy know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not playing anybody, but I'm just talking. There's multiple guys that are talking to me right now.
Maybe the idea is when there is a deepening connection, you start to wean off those other conversations. Anytime a relationship leads to a deeper commitment, it goes towards monogamy.
I've also felt more comfortable rejecting others when you ask me on an actual date.
Yeah.
Because it meant more to me.
You cut off all those other guys.
I got a message or something from a guy that I had not talked to in a while.
Yeah.
But was interested, and he actually didn't live as far away. But he said, hey, do you want to go he's a pilot.
Ooh.
And he was like, hey, do you want to go flying next weekend? And I was like, I'm going to see what happens with this other guy.
And I was that guy.
Yeah,
I won the day.
I said, because if you hadn't been there, not that it would have been bad to go on that date if you hadn't been there, but I didn't go on both dates in the same time period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
you,
it didn't
you probably could have, because we weren't in a relationship. We were just going on a date to see if there was a connection there, a friendship.
Yeah, no shame
a
if somebody does.
I'm thankful that you declined him.
Me too, because then I want to spend every weekend with you from that point on.
Hey, if you guys found value in this, like, comment, subscribe down below on things you want to hear in the future.